The OPP are investigating an armed robbery that happened along Highway 410 last night.
Yeah, quite a wild scene. TB24's Beatrice Vazen's picking up the story now from the Sandalwood Parkway and Highway 10 area, or at least as close as you can get there, Beatrice. Yeah, you think of someone getting bumped into, it was more of a carjacking, but not an armed robbery.
Yeah, and we've heard police warning about carjackings using that exact method, Nick, where these suspects will bump someone from behind and then try to steal their vehicle, or often steal their vehicle. That was not the case here. So let's find out exactly what happened. I've got Sergeant Ted Dongelmans with the OPP Highway Safety Division. Sarge, thanks so much for being here. I guess just walk us through some of the first key details about what you know about what happened here.
So about 8 o'clock last night, our victim was driving Highway 410 northbound from Beauvert when he was rear-ended by another vehicle. It was a minor collision, and he did what people do when they get in a minor collision. He steered off to the right shoulder and stopped his vehicle. At that point, he was confronted by two or three individuals who brandished a gun and a knife and proceeded to rob him from some of his personal items.
Was there anything specific, Sergeant, that was stolen? Does it seem as though these suspects, armed with a handgun and a knife, bumped this victim knowing exactly what they were looking for in that car?
Well, the investigation is still in its initial stages, and it wouldn't be fair for me to speculate at this time as to the motive. But it isn't. So it isn't clear at this point whether it was a targeted incident or if it was, something more random.
As for the victim, Sarge, I imagine he's okay. Was he threatened at any point with those weapons? Obviously, it would be incredibly scary and unsettling to be confronted with some disguised suspects with weapons on the highway.
Yeah, of course. It would be an extremely challenging situation, to be confronted with that sort of surprise in such what would be considered sort of a normal occurrence, where he's thought that he was just involved in a minor collision.
And certainly now I know police are looking for some witnesses. Sergeant Ted Dongelmans with the OPP, thanks for your time this morning.
Thank you.
And so as you heard the sergeant say, police at this point not revealing exactly what was stolen. They won't say what kind of personal items was it. Was it a laptop, for example? Was it jewelry? Police haven't said. So obviously if you were along that stretch of the 410 last night between Sandalwood and Mayfield, or the 410 near Beauvert where the victim got on the highway, you've got some dash camera video. Police only saying it was a red vehicle that bumped their victim. So they're looking for as much information as possible to piece this together and to ultimately see if they can find these suspects as well, Nick, in court.
Yeah, very disturbing what we know so far, though, Beatrice. Thanks so much for this update and that interview with the police.